Welcome to Echoes Buddhism. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to clear our minds. Many of you have mentioned that while meditating or studying, so many thoughts keep popping into your mind that it's impossible to stop them, leaving you feeling anxious and unsure of what to do. The reason for this problem is that we're viewing meditation and our minds in the wrong way. Remember, meditation is not about emptying your mind. You can meditate while still having thoughts in your mind. The great thing about meditation is that you don't need to empty your mind or block other thoughts from coming in. No, try this. If you attempt to stop thoughts, what will happen? The nature of the mind is that it will keep generating more thoughts over and over again. That's the nature of the mind, and we don't realize that trying to stop thoughts is itself another thought. So remember that meditation is not about stopping thoughts, but about being aware of them. In Buddhist teachings, there is a method called Chitanupasana, which means mindfulness of thoughts. The Buddha introduced a wonderful way to meditate by being aware of what arises in your mind. Let the thoughts come into your mind, but be mindful of them. Most of the time, we're not aware of what's happening inside our minds, which is why we easily get drawn into unwholesome thoughts like greed, craving, anger, hatred, and many other things. The Buddha taught us to be mindful of whatever comes into our minds. If a lustful thought arises in your mind, that's normal. Everyone experiences desire and longing. But the issue is that most people don't realize that their mind is under the influence of desire. However, if you can be mindful and recognize when desire arises, here is a lustful thought. And if you can notice it, the nature of the mind is that once you become aware of the thought, it will start to quiet down. Think of your mind as a child. When we don't pay attention to young children, they'll do all sorts of mischievous things. But when we pay attention, they try to behave better because they know that their parents or adults are watching. Children are very curious, and so is the mind. It likes to cling to and explore certain things. So, to quiet the mind, we only need to pay attention to what comes into our mind without trying to stop it. When you become aware of what's happening inside your mind, you bring it to the present moment, because all thoughts and everything happening in your mind is happening right now. If you can see the arising and fading of thoughts, your mind will gradually become quieter. Next time your mind is busy with many thoughts, try to identify just one thought, viewing it as it were an external object, and notice it as it appears and disappears. When you do this, you'll find that your mind becomes surprisingly calm and quiet. This is how we can clear and quiet our minds while meditating or performing daily tasks. Keep this advice in mind and practice it in your life.